Hello, everybody. So, as you know, I've talked about this many, many times before in the past, and I do think this is a feasible way for people to live. And since I know that's a word economic form, sustainability, but in terms of basically work-life balance, and I'm sure people would agree. And we just have to state the obvious first. The people in Ireland, they work doggedly. They work hour after hour. They put their back and soul into their work to try and pay the bills. And at the end of the day, and the thing we have to realise is we're only on this planet for a holiday, and that's as simple as that. And there is more to life than work. People shouldn't have to spend nearly all the week working hard to pay the bills and stuff. It shouldn't be that way. Obviously, you should work, obviously, but obviously, you shouldn't be. You have to work every day of the week to survive and stuff like that. So, obviously, as I say, I do take, and I think they've done it in Sweden. They've done a thing like this only a few hours a day, and that a Friday off, which should be the way between a 4 day work week in general. And at that, I'll get into the details now in a second, but I do take, because the majority of workplaces, I said it before, they have a half day on a Friday. Even schools now, they're rolling out, it's a half day on a Friday, so what's nearly the point? We used to go into school, secondary school, the last few years when I was in secondary school. We'd be going home at 1 o'clock. So you'd be going in at 9 o'clock to school and you'd be going home at 1. So, what's literally the fucking point in nearly getting up on a Friday morning if you were going to school and that? To go to school for them few hours and then just fuck off after that. And the same with many workplaces. There's workplaces I know in Cavan that have a half day and they're basically only there for a few hours and then they're gone again. It's the same lady in the civil service too. They're trying to roll out this. But it should just be basically no work on the Friday. Nearly the same with schools. And the reason is, and we have to be honest with ourselves, when we get to Friday, I'm sure everybody feels that way. When you get to Friday in your workplace and stuff like that, you feel tired, you feel less energized and stuff like that compared to maybe midweek or something like that. And people are more productive in them few hours on 4 day, like say for Monday to Thursday. People be more productive. You get more things done. There'll be more money made for businesses and things like that. Because people be more productive, people be more active compared to Friday where people are just dead because of all the work they had to do. Um, and I think that's better for everybody. I think it's better for employers. I think it's better for employees. And it's better for society in general. I know in Sweden, when they done it, they said it was it took a big economic hit on the economy. But I do think, compared to Sweden and other countries, that Ireland, the Irish people particularly, have a fierce work ethic that they will work their backsides off, as we did in America when we went over and nothing. Irish people will work a lot them hours and make huge strides, and obviously the economy would. I do think the Irish economy would grow a lot, and not even that too. If people had more time off for themselves, they could go out to things and things like. Because I've heard many people, they will go out clubbing and things like that, younger people and stuff like that. But the main reason is to have work during the week and they're tired on a Friday or whatever, or things like that. So we're going to do this under this particular plan, which I do think it's very workable. Sanna Marin, the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, we're going to bring this in. Obviously, Finland is one of the countries you can look to for work ethic in terms of work life balance. Uh, Obviously, it's one of the countries you can look at it because schools only go to school a few hours a day, and children are more productive and they get better grades and stuff like that. So we have to look at examples like that in terms of education stuff. People get better grades and stuff for doing less hours. So obviously something is working there. Let's put it that way. Compared to the Irish education, even when I was at school, just to say, you'd be tired after the big lunch at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and then after that you just turn off for the rest of the day and you wouldn't be bothered, as simple as that. So it does make sense that children work a few hours a day, go to school a few hours, and learn the small things every day. It makes a difference compared to dragging them on to 4 o'clock or so. I think it's more productive. I really, really do think it's more productive. And the way they do it in Finland too, with schools and stuff like that, is they want children to be children and play and to learn, and they have their own time, and enjoy their childhood when they have it. So what they were planning to do was a 6 hour day compared from Monday to Thursday. So obviously 6 hours. Majority of people work from 9 to 5, and the civil service getting the same, and the public service. Well, not the public service, civil service mainly. So a 6 hour day. Obviously that take nearly 2 hours from 9 to 5. It takes 2 hours off your day, which I do think people be more productive, because let's be fair. and when you go into walk in the morning, maybe you're a bit slow, but when a bit slow because obviously because you only have to get up and stuff, it takes a while for the human body to kind of wake itself up. Um, midday generally more people are more active and stuff like that. And obviously, it's more better for people, particularly with people with children and stuff. That's more better for them. I do think it's better for everybody in general, to be totally honest. And obviously you have a Friday off, so basically it'd be a 24-hour week. So basically a day walk, basically, which I do think it'd be better because at the moment people work 40 hours a week, and that's a lot of time. Let's put it there in general. It's a lot of time for somebody to spend at a job or things like that. Walking. It's a long time. It's a lot of commitment, a lot of work. And I don't think like I'm sure many people have heard in the news and things about young people dropping dead, and then young people with illnesses and stuff like that, or even people in their 40s and 50s dying and things like that, and and basically they walk themselves into a grave. Let's put it that way. And I do think people should spend more time with their families and more time enjoying themselves, enjoying life, because at the moment it's just kind of people have to walk themselves to death to pay the bills and stuff like that. Even though nobody should pay. Obviously, pay shouldn't be. It should everybody should get the same, regardless if they went for a 4-day work week or things that people should get. What in my opinion they should get more. In the minimum wage and stuff like that. If it goes to the 4-day work week, they get more for the time they do, because obviously they get more done. That's what I'm trying to say. So employers, and even the state should give more people more money for them hours. That's the way it would work, in my opinion. It should work, and it'd be more productive for everybody in general, I think. And I generally do believe that because I've looked into a good bit of it. And I do think it would be productive. It'd take a while, obviously, to bear fruits. But I do think in general it would work. And obviously people could walk if they wanted to walk a few extra hours and stuff like that, they could. But I do think it's good for people's mental health, and it's good for everybody. People should have their own time and things like that. Like, as I say, 40 hours a week. That's what I work. Some people work less. Some people work less. Some people work more. I know people that work about nearly 60 hours a week. Like, let's be fair. They work on a Saturday and then sometimes they work on a Sunday too. It's a bit too much. It's a bit too much because, again, at the end of the day, we're only here for a holiday. We're only on this planet for a holiday. We don't know when we're going to be called by, say, Peter up to the gates. We don't know when that's going to happen. And it is very important that we appreciate life. There's more to life than walking yourself into a grave. There's family, there's friends, there's social things, there's seeing different countries, seeing different people, different customs, things to that. It's important, it's not important just to focus on work. Obviously, work is important for everybody to contribute to society, of course. But this is a way of contributing to society in a better way, in a more sustainable, I know word economic form, Tom, but a more sustainable way and a more mental health friendly way. Because people wouldn't be walking themselves into the ground, basically. That it's a sustainable amount of time. I know I keep using the word economic form 2.0, but it generally is, in terms of it would be more better for people. People have more time to rest. They have an extra 2 hours and even to rest and things like that. Even on a Friday, people can have a lie on, because it is told. And when you get up early in the morning, I have to get up just to say for walking. The only general man walking, he has to get up at 6:30, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I've known 2 people to go up to Dublin to get up at 5:30 in the morning in the car at 6 o'clock, whether at 5 o'clock or 5:30, and they're in the car at 6 o'clock on the way to Dublin. And they're up in Dublin before 8 o'clock. It's a tough, and you have to get up and you have to drive to Dublin. It's a lot, and they do that 5 days a week, and then they have to come home in the evening, and then they're straight to bed and things like that. Nobody should really have to live that life because it is tough. It is a very tough life, and it takes a huge strain, obviously, as a person, on your soul, on your body, and things. Even as a young person, it would take a strain. And at the end of the day, as I say, your health is your wealth, and that's the simple. And that's what it's about, really. It's about enjoying life, and it's about your health and well-being. And that's what I see. But I generally do think we should try it. There's no harm in trying it and seeing how it works. Of course, they done, as I say, they didn't do exactly it in Sweden. They done a bit different. I think it was 7 hour day. No, it was an 8 hour day work day. It's not like 6 hours what was proposed in Finland. They didn't go through with it, obviously, but I do think if the SDLP stayed in power, they probably would have brought it in this year. but obviously the true Finns took over and stuff like that. But I do think this is more beneficial. And I know people would say about the economic aspect, the economy would probably shrink and stuff like that. I don't think so. I think people would be more productive, to be more things done, etc., etc. I generally do think that, particularly with Irish people compared to other countries, because as you know, Irish people for generations just walked and walked and walked, and they worked hard when they were at work. And still to this day, people work very hard for their work, and we should appreciate that. And try and give people leeway, because again, let's be fair, years ago people walked themselves into graves for very few bucks, and that time should come to an end, let's put it that way, of people just walking themselves into the ground at a young age and stuff like that. And it shouldn't be the case. It really, really shouldn't be the case. So let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you think we should do it a bit different? Do you think it should just be 6 hours and walk on a Friday too? Let me know what you think. And subscribe more, and bye.